My name is Commissioner Frank Avila, and I'm a commissioner at the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District of Greater Chicago. And our show today is called Laughter and Joy Works. We'd like to welcome to our show today Cheryl Joy Odonoghue. Cheryl is the president of Business Insight, a performance improvement company, and founder of the Laughter, Joy, and Intuition Institute, a charitable non-profit corporation. Cheryl has over 20 years' experience in corporate training and organizational development. She holds a Master of Science degree in Business and Adult Education, is a certified Law of Attraction practitioner, and a certified laughter leader. Welcome, Cheryl.
I'm delighted to be here, Frank. Thanks.
Oh, thank you for being on our show. You know, as I mentioned, I'm the commissioner at the Water Reclamation District of Greater Chicago. And the reason why I like to have a laughter show is that we treat wastewater. And wastewater is what you flush down the toilet, you wash your dishes, or anything going into our system is wastewater. And we don't treat pharmaceutical drugs. And when a person gets sick, or you have 10 people getting sick, they'll go to the doctor, they'll take their temperature, their pulse, and then they'll write out a prescription for them. And they'll take it and they'll eliminate it when they go to the washroom. So it'll go through our treatment plan, and you have 10 people getting sick, they'll take 10 different prescriptions. And it goes into our environment, and if they mingle together, they may form a different compound, which may be harmful for our environment. So we have a lot of people out there that don't have insurance. And what is one of the best ways of staying healthy? Laughter, and that's why we have Cheryl. She's not a doctor, but she's a laughter certified person, right?
That's correct.
And Cheryl, could you tell me why you decided to be a laughter person?
Well, the whole notion of laughter and all the benefits that it brings us, health and wellness benefits, you just can't ignore them. I mean, most of us know that laughter feels good, right? And if something feels good and there's no harmful side effects, then there's a really good chance it's good for you.
No side effects.
No side effects.
That's good. So laughter and joy.
Laughter and joy. And there are two, if you will, tools that we can use day in, day out that cost us nothing at all.
Yes.
That can actually do something good for us. I mean, think about it. You know, we watch the television, and it's filled with images and stories that really can kind of suck the joy out of your life sometimes. And the incidences of depression, stress-related illnesses, more people are fearful, they're confused. There's so much going on in our day-to-day lives that sometimes we fail to stop and say, well, what can I do that's simple, that can make me feel better?
And doesn't cost anything.
It costs nothing at all.
Yes. Laughter will bring joy, and that's why laughter and joy works.
It works. Simple as that.
Oh, excellent. You know, I was reading your bio, introducing you before at the start of the show, and you hold some unusual certificates. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. Well, obviously the Masters of Science is pretty straightforward, but we have a certification as a Law of Attraction practitioner.
A Law of Attraction practitioner, yes.
And for those of you in your audience, if you've heard of the book The Secret, that was very popular, Jack Canfield and Oprah and Larry King all talking about this marvelous book called The Secret.
The Secret?
The Secret deals with a law of quantum physics called the Law of Attraction. And simply said, it's about like attracts like. Okay? And this book has really caught people by storm. They love it. The problem with it is that it doesn't help people apply the law of attraction. You can read about it and say, yes, that sounds great. I know that if I act a certain way and I put a certain something out there, I will attract it to me. That makes sense. However, there are tools that you can use day in, day out to help you bring what you want into your life. And I'm certified to help people do that. So that's part of my work as a human potential coach. And the other certification, which is a certified laughter leader.
Yes.
And that's why we're here today. And that certification is held mostly by doctors and nurses, psychologists.
Doctors?
Yes. It's founded in laughter therapy, which is catching on like wildfire across, well, really the world, but really starting to capture the attention of people here in the United States. I don't know, way back when, if you remember, there was a movie about 15 years ago called Patch Adams. And Robin Williams played the character of a doctor who, his focus was to bring laughter into a hospital setting and working with people who had severe illnesses. And the therapeutic benefits of laughter just could not be ignored. And obviously Hollywood thought so because they made a movie on it. But laughter, we know, has been with us for a very, very long time. And the laughter exercise that I've been trained to do, which I'll be showing you in a little bit, is systematized. It's a different type of laughter exercise. What's fun about it is that many times we go through life, we don't feel like laughing, right? Sometimes we just don't feel like laughing. This is a type of exercise you can do whether you feel like laughing or not. And what's excellent about it is it brings on the therapeutic benefits, the health benefits of laughter. So it's a situation where you can fake it until you make it.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
You know, laughing, maybe laughter could solve our global warming, our climate change. Maybe President Bush, maybe we have to set up a cabinet, a laughter department, and maybe make Cheryl the person in charge, cabinet.
Wouldn't that be marvelous? and it's so much fun.
Yeah, department, instead of having Department of Defense, we will have Department of
Laughter.
Yeah.
Solve
our problems.
You know what? I have to tell you, you're onto something, and you're ahead of your time. But I will put money on it. And I'm not a betting person. But I would say within the next 5 to 7 years, you are going to see laughter as therapy in every major area of our life.
Yes.
It is catching on already. The doctors, the nurses, the psychologists that were certified with me when I went through the program, they already know it because they're seeing the benefits firsthand. And some of those benefits, we all know that after we have a good belly laugh, we feel good, right? There's a reason for that. Chemically, your body is changing, releasing hormones that give you a sense of well-being. That's one of the obvious benefits of laughter.
Well-being, you mentioned well-being, yes.
Well-being. But there's other benefits, too. One of the benefits that has been researched more is the benefit of the improvement to your cardiovascular system. And we're all concerned about our heart health, right?
Oh, yes.
Well, what if someone told you you could laugh and improve how your heart functions? What do you think?
That'd be excellent.
Let me just share.
Well, your pharmaceutical company wouldn't like it.
But I know, but I had to laugh when you brought that up at the beginning with the connection with the pharmaceutical companies. But you're right. We would need less medication if we laughed more. There was a doctor by the name of Lee S. Burke. And he frankly told a room full of reporters who were asking him questions about this research study he was doing on laughter. He says, if you could bottle this up, the FDA would need to approve it. It's that powerful. And a lot of the studies that he did specifically came about through money that was given to him by Norman Cousins. Norman Cousins was the editor of the Saturday Review for many, many years. And he came down with a very serious illness that attacked all the connected tissues in his body, where he literally felt like he was being ripped apart by the joints. And he was taking maybe 30, 40 different pills a day, was ready to give up, and thought he'd give laughter a try because he had read about it in a research piece. And what he found was that if he could laugh for 10 minutes, he could sleep for 2 hours pain-free.
Oh, pain-free?
Pain-free. And within a couple weeks, he was off of all of his medications, and he was laughing and having really, really seeing tremendous health benefits. So that really started it here in the United States. He was such an influential person. This is back about 34 years ago, that he really funded the research. And so that's where we are today.
You know, I understand you developed a program which focuses on laughter and joy on the job. What's that all about?
Well, I've had a background in corporate training for nearly 20 years. And I helped many organizations in customer service and sales and management training, spending millions of dollars helping people develop workplace productivity. And what I found at the end of the day, when all those training programs were over, what made the biggest difference in on-the-job performance were people who felt good about themselves, felt good about their jobs, had tools that they could use to keep themselves feeling good, and tapped into their intuition, among some other things that I explored. So I developed a nonprofit organization called the Joy, Laughter, and Intuition Institute to help people in this regard. And that program uses unusual tools to help people have more joy in their life. Laughter is one of those tools.
You know, it makes sense that laughter is good for you. But, you know, everyone out there, especially your scientists, you know, is there data for that? Is there?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And they do a lot of things from the physiological standpoint. For instance, I told you about the cardiovascular benefits. What the current scientific studies are showing, that if you can laugh for 20 seconds straight, 20 seconds straight, what will happen is that your heart rate will go up, and then in the process of it coming back down and normalizing, that's how you improve your cardiovascular function. And what that is, it's equivalent to 3 minutes on a rowing machine. So they're able to say that 20 seconds of laughter, as far as exercise, is equivalent to 3 to 5 minutes on a rowing machine. Now you're probably wondering, though, how long do I really need to laugh to gain all these benefits that we're talking about? As far as,
about 2 hours?
You would think. And here's what's exciting. Basically, 10 minutes of continuous laughter.
10 minutes of
10 minutes of continuous
laughter? Is that
laughter.
possible?
Ha ha ha. You know, you would ask a comedian, right? And they would probably tell you, okay, you get an audience member to laugh continuously for 10 minutes. And you're right, it would be tough.
Yes.
This is why, as a laughter therapist, what we've learned is to train people in doing laughter exercises that are extrinsically motivated, if that makes sense. I shouldn't say that. Let me reverse that. Intrinsically. Extrinsic motivation. That's what most comedians do. They're there making you laugh on the outside. You need that comedian to make you laugh. Okay? What we're going to do today is focus on you making yourself laugh. You don't need a comedian.
Oh. So in the program that you teach, laughter exercise, well, you know, let's, can you show some of these to our audience then?
Oh, I would love to.
And in this way, here you're going to get 10 minutes or 3 minutes of exercise, and going to help your heart.
We're going to help our heart. You're going to help your feeling of well-being. It's a terrific stress reducer. Sympathetic nervous system it impacts. Laughter, when you laugh, you're massaging all of your organs and helping them produce and function better. Another thing, when you laugh, you secrete an antibody in your saliva. And when you swallow, what happens is you are actually improving your upper respiratory health. Oh. And now we're flu season. Everyone's worried about laugh.
And this way you'll stay healthy for Christmas.
There you go.
See, because the holidays.
And you know what? And that's usually when we forget to laugh because we're feeling extra pressure. And some of these exercises that we're going to do, you can do as you're wrapping Christmas or holiday gifts. So think in terms of just laughing wherever you can. And so there's many benefits. And what I want you to do, let's go. You want to do it with me?
Sure, yes.
Okay. Normally these can be done seated or standing up. You're probably familiar with more of the standing up types of exercises. I'm going to do the exercises seated today because I encourage everyone, especially during commercial breaks, who in the audience watches television, laughter exercises during those TV breaks, marvelous time to do it. And if you can do it with your family, it's fun too. I'm kind of nutty. I'll sit there with my husband and my daughter, and my dog barks at me though when I laugh. So we usually have to put her someplace special. But the key from a seated
Okay.
position is just to comfortably have your feet on the ground, have your knees slightly apart.
Okay.
You put your hands on your knees if you like.
Yeah.
I want you to picture your navel being pulled in towards your spine.
Okay.
So your back is in a good alignment,
Okay.
okay? Now, one of the things I need to tell you before we start, as with any exercise program, it's always good to warm up.
Okay.
So we're going to do a brief warm-up. I also want to make sure I let people in your audience know that if you are under doctor's guidance right now to limit your physical activity, you might want to talk with them first before you do any kind of laughter exercise. And some people will say, well, why is that? How could laughter possibly, you know, hurt me? Well, if you have heart disease or you have hemorrhoids or a hernia, this type of laughter, because we will be laughing forcefully, could cause some problems. So we want to just be gentle. So if you feel too, as we're laughing, if you feel lightheaded, just take it a little bit easy. The lightheadedness comes because we are taking in oxygen-rich air and expelling toxins from our body. That's another benefit of laughter, is it helps you breathe better. And most of us don't breathe efficiently or effectively. If we're women, we breathe in shallow, and then we sigh. So we're not getting enough oxygen-rich air into our bodies. What that will also cause is we're sometimes not able to think as effectively. We don't have oxygen moving up through our brain. But we're exhaling the toxins, so that's good. Men have and can have, I should say, not all, but some men have the opposite effect. What will happen is they will breathe in deeply. They're thinking very clearly, but they're not exhaling fully. So as a result, they're not getting those toxins out of their system. So in the process of doing that, if you start feeling lightheaded, okay, you let me know.
Okay.
All right.
Very
Especially
good.
with the heat of the lamps and everything here.
Okay. The audience, I want you to watch this, especially Bill, Danny, Tony, and Sherry. I want you to watch it very carefully.
Watch closely. Okay, so we're going to warm up gently, and what we're going to do is we'll take a deep breath in and put your arms up if you can, and exhale. Now, normally you would do more warming up. Let's do it again. But since we have a short period of time here, I'm just going to take you through some basic warm up. Another thing that you want to do is to take your right or left arm, makes no difference, over your body and pull your arm forward, create a cradle, perfect. You feel that stretch?
Well, yes.
Okay, let's do that on the other side. Okay. And again, you would do this a couple different times. You also want to make sure that your neck, by looking over your shoulder, left or right, doesn't make a difference, and breathe while you're doing it. Look over your other shoulder. Excellent. Do it again. Deep breath in and out. Now I want you to chin down, chin up. It's good to get your legs, since we're sitting down, it may be a little difficult, but just simply by having your foot out in front of you, lifting it up, still keeping your navel tucked in, and rolling your foot, loosening it up. Oh, see, you cracked just like I did.
Yes.
And then we go the other way.
I do this every morning in my exercise.
It is. It's a marvelous thing to do. Okay. And then you can toe forward, toe back. And again, I'm going through this a little bit quicker, but let's do the same thing on the other side. We don't want to be imbalanced.
Yes, yes.
Ooh, there's a good crack, huh? Okay. Point forward and back. Okay. Shake your arms out. Shrug your shoulders up and down. Up and down. Big breath. And exhale and blow out as much as you can. Get all those extra toxins out. I'll put this down here. Okay. So you want to always do some type of warm-up, and you can do it again in any way that you'd like.
Yes.
Okay. Now what I want to do is I want to give you some basic training in the laughter action, because that's what we're doing. We're going to do laughter actions. When we do this, you're going to say to me, oh my gosh, Cheryl, this looks fake. And you will be right. We are going to be doing fake laughter. And what's interesting about laughter, especially when you do it in groups, you start off with a fake laughter, and before you know it, you are genuinely laughing. Again, another opportunity where you can fake it. It's a fake it till you make it. Okay? And the good news is, even though it may feel fake to you, it still has the same therapeutic benefits. So this is the good news. That's what's so marvelous about it. Okay, so what I want you to do is deep breath in, and on the exhale, I want you to go, ho. Good. Do it again. Ho. Oh, that was excellent. Did you feel it in your diaphragm? You're pushing it out. That's that forceful air coming out of your diaphragm, and you can feel your upper respiratory system actually kind of shakes. Do that again, and this time we're going to go ho, ho. So it's ho, ho. Excellent. Okay, now what we're going to do, deep breath in, and we're going to go ha. Ha. And now we're going to do 3 times. Deep breath in, and then ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha, ha. Excellent. Well, you can tell he's a pro. Okay, Frank's a pro, so we're going to have to move through this quicker. So it's going to be deep breath in, ho, ho, ha, 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 and I want you to clap as you do it. Now, it's really important, if you can, to have your fingertips touch. There are very important senses in your fingertips that when they touch, it gives you the feeling of well-being. That's why so many religions will use the fingertips as a sensory. And there's a reason for that, scientific proof. So we're going to go, it's going to look like this. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Okay, see, he's laughing already. Okay, simple things. Now we're going to take another deep breath, and this time we're going to do ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. And I want you to, in a natural smile, but I really want you to feel your cheeks lifting. So it looks like this. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Now you can continue to do this all throughout a commercial break. And you are doing something good for yourself.
And, you know, folks, you don't have to feel that you're doing something awkward or goofy, because I don't feel awkward or goofy, because when I did this a couple of times, I felt like going into a laughing mode.
That's what happens. You do, and when you do it together with other people, you find out everyone's just laughing, and that's one good laugh really gets another good laugh going, and the therapeutic benefits continue to pile up. So what I'm going to do now, we're going to ho, ho, ha, 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 okay, smiling. And on the third one, you're going to put your arms up in the air and go, yay, and really stretch, okay? So 1, 2, 3, deep breath in. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha.
Yay!
You just warmed up.
That was the warm-up?
That was the warm-up.
The warm-up was good. I mean, feeling good.
Feeling good already. Basic training. It's marvelous. Now, what we can do is a series. I'm going to teach you a series of very simple laughter exercises. And again, you can do these anywhere, okay? Even if you're driving in your car.
Oh, driving in the car.
Okay. Now, some of you may drive in your car and talk on the cell phone, right?
Oh, no, it's a no-no.
It is a no-no, especially in certain places. So what happens if you have your, this is a laughter cell phone. Okay, so what it is, you're going to be talking on the phone, but rather than talking, we're going to be laughing. Okay, and I'm going to be talking to you on my cell phone. Okay, so what we'll do is you'll just put your cell phone on. Now, some of you may have, you know, hands-free microphones, but what you want to do is you want to just pretend that you're talking to somebody else, except you're laughing. Okay? Easy to do. On the count of 3, deep breath in. Fun thing to do when you're in between exercises. You want to get the group's attention to say, hey, we're going to try something new.
You know, it does feel energetic. After you do that, you feel very energized.
Well, what's happening is you literally are releasing endorphins into your body. Endorphins make us feel good.
And this is the good thing within our body.
And you want endorphins. They make you feel good. And I'll tell you, wouldn't it be great if you can go through life just feeling good all the time? And you can do it. Again, we have tools. And this is one of the tools. Do we have time for some more exercises?
A couple more, yes. We'll do as many as you want.
Okay. Because I love doing simple ones that you can do. Again, you're sitting around the television, maybe mute the commercial a little bit. But one that's really good, and you're using some different muscles. You're using your abdominal muscles. Okay. This is silent laughter.
Silent laughter?
Okay? So what you're going to do is you're laughing, but nothing's coming out. It's tough.
Oh.
You really, you want to give it a try?
Sure, let's give it a try.
Okay.
Because that's good, because if I'm in a board meeting and I want to laugh, but I got to keep quiet, it's good for me in a board meeting.
There you go.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah.
There you go. And people will want to know, what's he doing? He looks so happy. That's right. Okay, so on the count of 3, deep breath in, and ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha.
Yay!
That one was harder to do, wasn't it?
That was hard.
Yeah, and you do feel it, because you feel like you have to create some kind of movement to show laughter. So in the process of you doing that, you're actually...
Yes, I have to practice that just a little bit more.
A little bit more.
To get the feel of it.
Yep, that's a tougher one.
Yeah.
Another one that's tough is humming laughter, but it's a little bit easier. Okay, but here you're using, you're going to feel it all throughout in here, and it looks like this. And you laugh without opening your mouth, which is really tricky. So it's a... Humming laughter. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Yay! Now, there's a lot of laughter exercises that we do that have more movement in them, especially when you're standing up, you're walking around, you're engaging people. We can simulate some of them from a seated position. One of them is called lawnmower laughter. Now, when I first started mowing the lawn, I used to use this lawnmower where I had to put my foot on it, and I had to pull this cord, usually 2 or 3 times. And on the 3rd time, it would engage, and then I would take my lawnmower and I would just drive all over the lawn, right? Well, that's what this is about. It looks like this. Deep breath in. It's
well, you know, this is excellent, and people out there should realize that you know, they could contact you.
Absolutely.
Any business that's having employee problems, you know, they could call you. And they may increase their sales or their business by 100%, 200%. An agency could increase their efficiency in their work output because people are coming to work and they're happy to go to work in the morning to get up.
Laughter and joy works.
Laughter and joy works, and it's free.